Hello and welcome to Garage Rock, the podcast.
Hello.
My name is Cam and this is Uncle Svenny.
How's it going, mate?
Good. More importantly, how are you?
Oh, just great. Just loving it.
Oh, it's
Absolutely.
awesome.
It's springtime.
Yes.
The bees and the birds are out. The sun's been out.
Everyone's having a really nice time.
Yep, I'm on the antihistamines now, and it's
Me too.
oh.
The pollen here in Melbourne is terrible at the moment. It's very high.
And magpie swooping season.
So if we sound a bit...
Really?
It's because we were swooped by a magpie.
We're swooped by magpie, and yeah, hay fever season is upon us. Magpies. I actually. Because grand final day, obviously the Magpies played against the Eagles.
Yes.
I hit a magpie with my car
Really?
on my way to a mate's house to watch the
It's
game.
funny you say that, Steve, because I was driving around for work that day.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I saw a lot of dead magpies around. I'm not joking.
I know.
Isn't it weird?
Well, that was the thing. I was driving to my mate's house to watch the game, and
You were aiming for them, weren't
no,
you?
I clipped it. It swooped
I'm
me.
calling the RSPCA.
Go for it. See if I can, man. No, it was this magpie swooped out of nowhere and clipped the side of my car.
Oh, wow.
And also their banner. Did you see that? The banner.
Do you reckon that was an omen?
That was a pretty bad omen.
So for people that don't know, the footy players run through a banner
Yep.
before the game and they put up the massive banner and it ripped.
Exactly.
It fell apart before they could run through it. And that's considered a bad omen.
Well,
It can
it
be.
can be, and it is now.
It turned out that they lost.
Yep.
So it's a bad omen. We'll go with that.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, eh?
Shit, eh? Moving on.
Get it up, yeah, eh?
Get it. It sounds like you've been listening to your interview with Dan Sanders.
Oh, mate, I'm so proud of that interview. It was such a great interview.
Yeah.
With Dan Sanders from Gyroscope
Yep.
/13.
Yep.
Check it out. Actually, play a little bit of it now for me, Steve.
Okay.
Come on, do it for me.
All right, let's chuck it in a little bit now.
So your debut album, Bloody Banks of the Swan, is out tomorrow. How are you feeling on the eve of the release?
Yeah, good, man. Real just sense of relief, just as I say, it's been a while and I've been, listening to it and working on it and umming and ahhing. And once it's out there, it just feels good because I can't touch it again. So it's like get it out of my hands and because it could get dangerous if I hold on to it any longer. So, yeah, it's good to do that. And then I can focus on, the future, whether it be playing a couple of shows or writing some, well, I've already written some stuff or getting in the studio again. But, yeah, it's just a good relief and a good release to sit back and know that I've done something that I tried to, a couple of years ago, try to set up and accomplish.
So that was your interview with Dan Sanders from Gyroscope, a.k.a. 13.
Yeah,
Yep.
his new album, Bloody Banks of the Swan, is out now, and I've finally listened to the full album because I hadn't listened to it in the interview.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
All 13 tracks are great.
And we also did interviews with British India and
Motor Race.
Also Cav Templey from Eskimo Joe.
We've been
before
busy
that.
little bees, haven't we, Sven?
I hadn't even really planned for today's episode. We've been so busy with the previous week.
It has been a busy week, hasn't it, Steve?
Absolutely, Cam.
It's been we've been flooded with emails with new music and just emails in general, which is awesome.
Yep.
From our listeners. And if you would like to send us new music or an email, a message, a question, anything,
Yep.
send it to contact@redskymusic.com.au.
Yep, thanks for your emails. We've got a few things going to talk about. We've got some festival stuff we're going to mention, new music, obviously, as well.
Yes.
I want to talk about the new AC/DC coin.
I know, 50-cent piece, Steve.
Yeah, now they've released the Australian Mint has released a 50-cent coin to celebrate 45 years of AC/DC, 30,000 coins, and 10 of them they did something special to. Did you hear what they did?
No, I didn't hear what the 10 special coins entail. Talk to me.
They struck them with lightning.
Really?
Yeah, at the
Seriously?
the Canberra Questacom,
Yeah.
which is a like science museum, science works,
Science
whatever.
Works, yeah.
Exactly, and they struck 10 of the coins with lightning that were
Now
literally
that
thunderstruck.
is high voltage rock and roll.
Exactly. It was actually interesting because they interviewed one of the guys from the Mint on the news, and I'm like, oh yeah, what's your favourite AC/DC song? He's like, oh, Shadow Boxing, and it's like, that's by the Angels, mate.
Is there anything that AC/DC hasn't done? Like they've got a lane named after them
Yeah.
in Melbourne
And
They've
in
got-
Spain.
in Spain as
Yeah,
well.
there's a AC/DC road in Spain as well.
Oh, there you go. They've got you can get AC/DC red wine. I'm pretty sure they've had beer.
Yeah,
Everything. But good on them.
Good
Cash
on
in
'em.
while you can.
exactly. They may as well.
Cash in. They've got their own money now. They're
Exactly.
printing money.
Exactly.
Literally.
I'm sure there's an AC/DC monopoly as well.
So
Why not?
Yeah. Hopefully, one of those 50-cent coins come into our possession at some point, and we can keep it.
Exactly.
The ones that are struck by lightning, are they marked? Will we know if it's been struck by lightning?
Well,
or-
I think that those 10 are special collector ones.
Oh, okay.
So-
They're not being just released out
No.
into the world for you to spend at your leisure.
Exactly. You know, they're going to end up at the bottom of a Coke vending machine or something.
Isn't it funny? Yeah.
Yeah, just sitting there.
Isn't it funny how 50-cent coins can have more value if you do things like that? Like they might be worth $100 or something
Exactly.
for 50 cents.
Now, Cam, we've got 2 segments already. We've got the new music segment.
Yeah.
We've also got What's in the Box.
Yeah.
Had a thought. How about we have a third segment?
Why not? Let's live dangerously.
Exactly, Cam. So it's got a very simple title.
Yeah.
I'm calling it Top 5.
Ooh.
Now,
So top 5 of anything. it
of
can be.
anything. It could be top 5 music related. We're not going to say, what's your top 5 favourite scientific elements. It's all going to be music related, Cam.
Oh, I was going to say copper, but anyway.
No, fair enough. I'm more of a boron man myself.
Oh.
So the top 5, we will announce what we're going to talk about on the next episode as our top 5, and we'll get people to send in theirs
Yeah.
or their favourite. So for the first one, which we'll do next week, top 5 guitar solos.
Solos. Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
Yeah.
you and I will come up with our top 5, and people in the meantime can hit us up with their favourite guitar solos, and we'll read them out on the show.
It'd be really cool and interesting to hear what people have to say because there's
Exactly.
a lot of cool guitar solos out there, Steve.
Absolutely.
And we love a good guitar solo.
Oh, just thrash away on it. So you can hit us up on Twitter @_Garage Rock. Same with Instagram and also on Facebook. And just let us know what you think, and then we'll read it out in the show. And who knows, maybe down the track we'll get some prizes. We might even have some prizes on the show.
Oh, I hope I win. That's one of the main reasons why I love the Living End is for their guitar solos.
Oh, absolutely.
So pretty much my top 5 is going to be all Living End songs, I think.
Hey,
So-
that's fine. We'll find out next week. You've got a week to think of what you're going to add, Cam. And anyone in the meantime, send us through and we'll read it out in the show.
Awesome. Now, Steve, it's festival season as we keep talking about.
Yes.
So there's a few festivals popping up
Yep.
here, there, everywhere.
Everywhere.
I'm talking Mountain Sounds
Yes, Cam.
for 2019.
Mhm.
It's the 6th edition of Mountain Sounds Camping Music Festival, Steve.
Yeah.
It will return to Central Coast Mount Penang Gardens on Friday the 15th and Saturday the 16th of February 2019, Steve.
Yep, that's true. Who's going to be playing this, Cam?
Oh, one of my favourites. My daughter was born to these guys. The music of these guys.
Oh, right.
They weren't there.
Oh,
I wish they were. That would have been cool. But Angus and Julia Stone,
really?
brother and sisters. Yeah, we were playing that while Edie was born, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Also, What's So Not, Courtney Barnett. I like Courtney.
Mhm.
She's cool.
Yep.
Fundamentals, Skeggs, and UK rockers Nothing But Thieves.
Yeah, and many more, Cam.
Yeah, heaps more.
Too many to add to the
I
list.
know, if
but-
we had more time, we would rattle off the whole thing
exactly.
right now.
But we've got to talk about coins. So,
Yeah. Coins more important.
Exactly.
Tickets are on sale, Steve, to the public from 9 a.m. Tuesday, 9th of October at mountainsoundsfestival.com.au.
that's awesome, Cam. Yeah, so if you're on the Central Coast, check it out. Camping festival's always fun, Cam.
Or have a commute if you feel like it.
Yeah, why not? If you like the lineup.
Yeah.
Another festival, Cam. Well, it's not so much a festival, but it's a fun day.
Oh, awesome.
Is
It's got so much history in our town too.
absolutely in Melbourne. Pushover 2018 has been announced for Saturday, the 24th of November, as a part of Melbourne Music Week. It's at Federation Square, and look, all day, Ellie Barter, who I saw supporting DZ Death Rays the other week. She was
Yes.
great. Ruby Fields, Kian, and special guests from Jebediah, Spiderbait, and Something for Kate. It's free and all ages, drug, alcohol, and smoke-free event.
That's awesome. It's such an important festival for Melbourne. Well,
Yeah.
If it was anywhere, it would be important. But, Steve,
Yeah.
it's all ages, so people get to really experience that live music scene that otherwise might not be able to because of over 18 events.
Yeah, and it's free. It's in the city, so yeah, just rock up and watch some awesome music. And it's a part of there's like Battle of the Bands.
Exactly.
As well,
yeah.
with Push Start, which
Yep.
you've done some work with in the past.
Yeah, I did some work with that. I did a bit of volunteering. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Got to hang out with Frenzel Rom and Grinspoon and
Awesome.
early getaway plan days.
Yeah,
which was awesome. So
Yeah.
I met a lot of really cool people.
and
in
a
that
lot of
time,
bands
so-
have got a good start through Push Start.
Definitely.
Airborne is one that springs to mind instantly. They've gone on to conquer the world, conquer Europe especially, and
Yeah.
we saw them play. The boys from Warrnambool, they won the Warrnambool leg of the Push Start competition, and then they played Pushover.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's what it's all about. It's not just about helping the people that are in the bands. It's not just about the musicians. It's people that want to be in the music industry.
Yeah.
So I did a mentorship program through it,
yeah,
through what was called Freezer.
yeah,
And they help people that want to be sound engineers, they want to be band managers, they want to be a part of the music industry in any way, shape or form, not just the artist. So
yeah.
good on them.
Absolutely.
And it's still going after all these years, which
Yeah.
is great because I did it it would have been 10, 15 years ago.
Mhm. Yeah, the Push. So, check out the Push on Facebook and the internet. And if you're interested in doing that kind of stuff, why not get involved?
Exactly.
Now, also, we mentioned a few weeks ago I think it might have been our first or second episode, the Bohemian Rhapsody film,
Yeah.
the biopic about Queen.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that, aren't we?
Yeah, it comes out on the 1st of November. We've got a date for that now, is November 1st. But the trailer for the new Elton John biopic, Rocket Man, dropped yesterday.
Yeah, I reckon it looks awesome.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah, no, it's Taron Egerton, who is from the Kingsman films.
Yep.
He'll be playing Elton, or he is playing Elton, in the film. It's going to come out in May 2019 to coincide with Elton's farewell or final world tour. Cam, what are your thoughts on the trailer?
No, I reckon it looks awesome. I reckon they've depicted him quite well, actually. And, with the glasses. And do you know why he wore the funny glasses and the big glasses all the time and that?
Please tell me, Cam.
Apparently to take the focus off his receding hairline.
Maybe I should start doing that.
Maybe we both should. We're getting old. We're in our 30s,
Yeah, getting old.
I am wearing glasses now. I don't actually need them. So
Yeah.
you've caught me out.
Oh, yeah.
Elton John, what a legend.
Mm-hmm.
What an absolute legend. I'm interested to see how his life has unfolded the way that it has.
Yeah, no, it's going to be an interesting film because he's such a character.
He is.
Larger than life. And so, Rocket Man coming out in May 2019.
All right, Steve.
Yep.
Guess what?
What?
It's time for What's in the Box.
Oh, everyone's favourite, or second favourite.
Yeah.
I think people like the new music more.
They
but,
do.
But if it's a close race, this is one of those neck and neck ones. This is one of those, Usain Bolt running against that other guy and they're looking at each other smiling going, we're both going to win this.
Yeah.
It's neck and neck. I'm going to beat you, but it's close and we know that. Where am I going? Cam, please save me.
Can we hear it? I want to hear it.
All right, let's hear it.
What's in the box?
That's it. What's in the box?
Steve?
Yes.
It's your turn.
Yeah,
Come
all
on.
right. I'll pull out of the box. And if you've got a question for the box, hit us up, contact@redskymusic.com.au.
We've had some good ones so far. I'm
All right.
interested to see what this one is.
Okay.
What do we got, Steve?
All right. This is a bit of a negative one.
Oh.
But what is the most disappointing live show you've seen?
Good question. Okay.
All right. So
Yeah.
I've actually got one that springs to mind.
Go for it, Steve.
Well, I've got two actually.
It's always go with the first thing that springs to your mind. Yeah. Go. Tell me.
Well, I got free tickets to see Nickelback,
Oh.
and
And what were they like?
bland.
Yeah.
It was it's one of those things where I didn't have to spend money on it, so I don't feel so bad. But it was because I've seen some of their previous stuff. They had a lot of fire and pyrotechnics, which is fire, and just a lot of energy. And then this one, it was their last tour.
Yep.
I can't even remember the album. I'm not a huge Nickelback fan anyway.
No.
But it was just really bland,
Oh,
and
that's
they didn't
disappointing.
sort of give much into it, and the crowd was sort of just like kind of vibing off it, but not big. And I'd seen live stuff, and a mate of mine who is a big Nickelback fan, and he came with me, and he was like, "Yeah, this was pretty ordinary because last time they were really good, but this time
They do cop a lot of crap from people, don't they? But
They do.
geez, they've got a great following,
They do. They've got a huge following,
big fan base.
and look, and some of the songs, like I do like some of their songs, and they're quite heavy. A lot of this track, like
Yeah.
if you take the singles on face value, they're not that much of a heavy band. But if you look at their album tracks, there's quite some heavy tracks on there that are really, really good.
And the paddle pop line.
In the paddle pop line as a frontman, so why not? I mean, but the thing is, it just wasn't that good to show. But I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to go with the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, which one?
Big Day Out. Big Day
I
Out.
knew it.
I've had quite a few people say this when you talk about Chili Peppers and the Big Day Out. Anthony Kiedis just didn't want to be there.
He's very hit and miss, that guy. He's if you've read his book, you can understand why some of their performances aren't top of the range, if you will.
Exactly. And you could just tell that he didn't want to be there. He kept walking off stage like between songs,
Yep.
or he didn't really give that much effort. Look, Flea was right in front of me, and he was putting in an awesome show, and he
Our
was
favourite
great.
bass player.
Absolutely. And also Chad Smith on the drums. He was awesome. Josh, it was his first time in Australia, and so people were like, oh, is he going to be, he's no John Frusciante. And look, he's no John Frusciante, but he is a good guitarist. But yeah, Anthony Kiedis, his voice was off. He kept walking off stage. You could tell he didn't really want to be there.
Yeah, that sucks.
And when a member of a band doesn't want to be there, do you want to be there?
Yeah, it's hard for you to get into it then, isn't it?
Exactly. So, as much as I love Chili Peppers, I've seen them a few times and they've been great. This performance, I'll say, was one I was disappointed in.
Aww.
But what about you, Cameron?
Oh, well, I think we've spoken a little bit about it before.
Marilyn Manson?
Marilyn Manson at Soundwave. Now, I was waiting for him to play for, ages at Soundwave.
Yeah.
And I stayed in that mosh pit so I could be up the front to watch, because I've never seen him, and I always wanted to, and I was really excited.
Yep.
Was disappointed.
Yeah.
Why? Same sort of thing as Anthony Kiedis. He kept walking off stage. Look, I get his image. I get his don't give a crap about anyone image, and I know it's all an act. But give something,
Yeah.
like and there was mistakes as well. And his most famous song, "Beautiful People,"
Yeah.
he stuffed that up. How do you stuff up your most famous song? You probably played it the most live, and it was just disappointing.
I think it's a case of getting comfortable with your own song, and then you do it so repetitiously that you stuff it up. I remember it was a few years ago. U2 played the song "One," which is their biggest hit, or one of their biggest hits.
Yeah.
And there's like Bono turning around to Edge and saying, "No, go into the chorus now." And he's like, they're literally trying to guide each other into it. It was the first show of the tour. So maybe they thought, oh, we don't need to rehearse this one. We've done it so many times. And then when they got to live, they started playing different parts at wrong times, and they're telling each other, no, go to this part, go to... so maybe Manson, he just got comfortable with Beautiful People.
Exactly. They're human. They make mistakes.
Absolutely.
But you could see the band members of Marilyn Manson, and they didn't look like they were enjoying themselves, and they looked kind of pissed off, and they just stood there and did nothing,
That was another thing, actually, because he'd leave stage and the band would just kind of keep like chugging along.
Yeah.
And they were sort of like
looking around like, what are we doing?
They're probably used to him doing it, but they don't know how long he's going to be off stage this time, and they keep, I don't know, they looked awkward. The crowd, I've had, you mentioned it, we've mentioned it on the show before. I've had a few people who've said Marilyn Manson at Soundwave, it was not great.
Terrible. People were showing on social media how disappointed they were as well. And actually, I just read the Rose McGowan biography, her autobiography, her book, and she talks about her relationship with Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
And it's quite interesting. It's what I expected. She's pretty much said that he's a really nice, kind, gentle person outside of the music industry, and basically Marilyn Manson is obviously all an act.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not very pleasing for audiences.
No, I mean we go back to the early days when
that's the other thing. Like, I went back and looked at old concert footage of him, and it's awesome. Like, he can be really good and engaging with the crowd and things like that. But, yeah, not so much this time. But maybe next time it'll be better.
Yeah, exactly.
knows?
Who knows? But, so that's what's in the box for this week. So if you've got a question for what's in the box, contact at redskymusic.com.au. But Cam,
It's time
it is time.
for new music on Garage Rock.
Absolutely. But before we start that, we have to have your jingle, of course.
Yes,
so,
we've got a good one this week.
All right. So
Different genre for us.
lay it on me, Cam.
I need your help again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you give us a bit of a beatbox?
Oh. All right.
Can you beatbox? Can you do that for me?
I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not my forte, but let's. All right, here we go.
Cut the mic if you need to. Yeah. It's time for new music on Garage Mother Flippin' Rock. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, we stopped at the same time. That was awesome.
Well done.
Non-rehearsed. too.
Non-rehearsed. Literally, I had no idea that we were going to be doing that. But all right, cool. So,
Awesome.
new music segment. We've got 7 tracks. Normally it's 6 or 8. This week, right down the middle, we're going with 7.
Yeah, lucky number 7. Starting up, Steve,
Yep.
is Messed It Up by our mate Kingswood.
Kingswood, Cam.
Absolute bloody legend.
Yeah.
Melbourne rockers Kingswood have released Messed It Up, which is the first taste from their 3rd studio album.
Yep.
3rd, Steve.
3rd.
Good on them.
Yeah. Good on them, Cam.
Yeah, good on them.
Good on them.
The band are about to head out on a 20-day tour, Steve. We going?
Well, it's in Europe.
Yeah.
So,
Let's fly over. Europe.
I don't know, all 20 dates? It's quite a lot. But hey, no,
It's a bit.
if you're over there and you're in Europe, definitely check them out.
Yeah, 100%. So this is their song, Messed It Up by Kingswood.
Every once in a while I can't say no, I want you closer. Every once in a while I can't say no, I can't hide it. Look at the way I messed it up. Look at the way I messed it up. I can't fight it. Look at the way I messed it up. Look at the way I messed it up. I won't stay.
Messed It Up by Kingswood. And our next track, Cam, is by Sydney-based rock duo Les Majesty. I believe it's Les. Lese.
Yeah.
That sounds like Les.
I'd go
Not
with that.
Lesse.
Yeah.
Les Majesty have released their new single, Age of Outrage. The song was produced by Luke Parker from Dead Letter Circus and features drums by Dead Letter Circus's drummer Luke Williams as well.
He's a rock and drummer too, Steve.
Absolutely. So let's check it out now. Age of Outrage by Les Majesty.
I'm just trying to get my head above water. I only want to get my head above water. In this tidal wave of outrage, this is the age of outrage. It's all the rage. This is the age of outrage.
All right, that was Age of Outrage by Les Majesty. Mm-hmm. Up next, Steve,
Yeah.
got my mate's band.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolute legends from the Mornington Peninsula. They're called the Midwayers. Mm-hmm. The song is Bought by Fire. It's off their 2018 debut album called Seasons Volume 1.
Yep.
These guys know how to put music together.
Yeah.
Yeah, some really beautiful sounds and harmonies with the brothers Brendan and Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
They just go really well together. So
Yeah.
we're going to check out the Midwayers Bought by Fire.
Your heart is on a severed road. It won't take you long to kill your ghost. In heaven, well, it ain't so sweet. You don't have to be rich to pay my fee. Your heart is on a severed road. It won't take you long to kill your ghost.
So that was Bought by Fire by the Midwayers. Our next song, Cam, is by Fate Accompli, a Sydney soul punk group. They've released their new single, Highways. They're playing shows in Newcastle and Melbourne this November. So let's check them out. Their new single, Highways.
Take 1,000 miles, 1,000 miles away from you.
All right, Steve, that was Highways by Fate Accompli.
Yep,
Up next, we got some legends from America that have sent this through to us
absolutely.
personally themselves, and thank you so much. The song's called I Dig You by Go Dog Go.
Yep.
Like I said, we received this email from the band from Baltimore in the States. I Dig You is taken from Go Dog Go's debut album, Old Enough, which will be released on October the 5th.
Awesome, Cam. Let's check it out. I Dig You by Go Dog Go.
What do I wear? Where do I stand? Entered the room, and then it began because that's all I wanted to say to you. That's all I'm going to say. That's how I tried to get through to you. That's what I wanted to say.
That was I Dig You by Go Dog Go. Our next track, Cam, is by Beartooth. They're a hard rock band from Columbus, Ohio. And their song Manipulation, which is taken from the band's third studio album called Disease, which is available now through Unified and Red Bull Records.
Awesome.
Manipulation, Cam.
Yeah, it's cool.
Check it out.
So you could take me out. This is isolation, kept in the dark and waited. You're wearing the crown of kingdoms I created. Now I can't escape it. All of the light is fading. This isn't trust. This is manipulation.
Love it, Steve. That was Manipulation by Beartooth. Up next, we've got Palms by Body Type.
Yeah.
They're a Sydney band, Steve. And they've released their new single Palms from their self-titled EP, which will be released on October 19th.
Sounds good.
The band are currently on tour with Rolling Blackouts Coastal Fever. And they're playing Festival of the Sun. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. So let's check out Palms by Body Type.
Fate doesn't know you by face. She only knows your name and chance is a trick. Her luck is looking up again. Fate doesn't know you by face. She only knows your name and chance is a trick. Her luck is looking up again. Fate doesn't know you by face. She only knows your name and chance is a trick. Her luck is looking up again. Fate doesn't know you by face. She only knows your name and chance is a trick. Her luck is looking up again.
So that was Palms by Body Type, and if you've got a track that you'd like to send us, much like Go Dog Go did, hit us up on the email contact at redskymusic.com.au.
Yeah, it's awesome. Some great new music this week, Steve. Absolutely loved it. Now
Absolutely.
we've got so much to rock out to this week. Until next week, we'll have more to rock out to.
Exactly, and of course, hit us up on the email if you want to have a chat with them. Don't forget our top 5 as well.
Yes.
So your favourite guitar solos, we'll be putting it up on our Instagram and our Twitter and our Facebook. So feel free to send us a message to let us know what you think, and we'll add it to the list.
Guitar solos are a very important part of our society, and I think it's very important
Yeah.
to get these out there, Steve.
Absolutely, Cam, and we'll go through some of them next week. But until then, I've been Steve.
And I've been Cam.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thanks again, guys. Bye. Love you.